Alright, check in if we're recording. Yep, we're recording. And the stream itself. Oh, we are live! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, people of the internet, to Coldbrad of Clorestorm Gaming plays Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. Last time, we had to save Tong's son, who we did not get a name for, but for those who don't know, it is Tracer Tong from the first Deus Ex game. And then had to make our way to a boat, which may or may not have involved detonating someone's office. And now we're stepping into DLC territory. So, I think this is it, yeah. Come on. Yep. Just deciding to restart here, just so people can see the, just so the DLC cutscene can start again. So, let me just reload everything. To be honest, it's not like I'm gonna fucking even use any of this shit in the first place, anyway. A lot of stuff. Oh well. Activate the bomb. Gubbles, the thing is, I like to stream like once or twice a week. So, yeah, it's around that time where I start streaming. But yeah, it is rare. You just happen to be on during the time I am streaming. Can't believe we had to set Why the fuck did Tong have to freaking set the bomb to like 5 seconds? Sucks. There's Tong Jr.
So that distraction wasn't just for me, was it, Tong? Richard, I'm going off the grid for a while. Not sure how long.
Why? What are you up to, Jensen?
Following a lead.
And where exactly is this lead taking you?
The DLC.
Get that cargo on fire! We're pulling out now! Load and secure those bombs!
Answer me, Jensen. Where are you going?
Hell if I know, Pritchard. Hell if I know.
To the DLC, away! Where I lose literally everything. And I have to get it all back. I mean, the DLC is fun for what it is. I like it.
Well met, a Coldbrad.
Oh, hey, Burgos, I was just playing Witcher 3 today.
Make it.
Yeah, I decided to play me some... At first I was playing Spider-Man, and then my brother's PS4 controller died, so then I said, fuck it, I'll just play me some Witcher 3.
And it's fucking great, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's a great game.
Oh, also I found something out. I was actually I looked up a variant rule for D&D that I feel like it makes so much good. Oh, it's still there's a cutscene still going on. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, this is the end of the cutscene that leads to the DLC.
Oh, maybe I should have known.
Where she makes I bet you find your scientist.
Oh no, it's fine. We're like it's just replaying cutscene that we just literally watched.
Because I've got a complaint.
Okay. Alright, so there's a cool thing I saw that I'm going to be implementing called reimagining racial ability scores.
Okay.
So, first up, removing racial ability scores altogether.
Do I need to rework my stats now?
It's useless.
No,
to
you don't,
resist.
because you made your character
This chair has a
correctly.
built-in EMP
okay.
field
Because
generator.
the only
odds are
races that are affected by this in a big way
Is that so?
have been addressed. Humans, well,
No
I already
doubt they
messed
will
with them
reset to
enough, so
factory
they don't
zero.
need the
You
feet.
need a limb clinic.
But you could also say that they just get the feet, and that's the only thing they get. Which
You can't have
I guess
it
that's a
both
bit better
ways,
than
Yeah,
two
but
extra skills.
Yeah, but
with it.
Burgos, humans have 2 feet.
You can't play the good cop when you've been playing the bad cop.
Oh no, let's not.
You think you're clever?
Puns!
Okay.
I love
The
them.
ship is heading to a
Oh
military- a military
no!
facility
There's
for
some
the
people who would
confinement
want
and
2 feet at
interrogation of
level 1.
underprivileged
Yeah, but get it? Puns, because
And
people
when
have
we
2
get
feet.
there-
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, also, mountain dweebs now have an actual ability now.
Q.
Instead of +2 to strength, they now have when you hit with weapon with. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you hit with a weapon, you roll an extra D4 and add it to the damage. So that's that's good.
Unprivileged belligerents.
What's this?
I can't wait to see how that looks on my resume.
Keep laughing, funny man, because in
The
my
half elves,
experience,
only thing
comedians
they
always
half
make
elves are mostly
jokes.
fine, but they get an extra
Still,
ability. Which
when they found you in that cargo
you know how half elves,
You did manage to
instead
take
of
out a
picking the
number
two
of
extra,
highly trained
instead of
men.
the 2 extra skills, you
Tell
can
me
pick
something,
other
Hotshot.
abilities.
You enjoy taking people's lives?
Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, what was that?
You know how half elves, you know how they have 2 extra skills.
Yeah?
No, that's one of the many things you can pick normally, but now you can pick one of those extra things that no one ever picks as an extra as well.
And if I'm remembering something, I think half elves also get. There is a feat for half elves in Unearthed Arcana, I think.
Mhm.
That gives them expertise. Either an additional.
That's Xanathar. That's
Oh no,
Xanathar's
not yeah. It was Xanathar's. It gives them either an additional language, expertise on a skill, another skill to learn, or something else. It's pretty much a choice of like pretty much adding something to your character.
Do you want to know what I
Not
did to
if I'll
humans
give
to
them
make
a choice.
to make them actually compete?
Oh, but you had a choice.
They have an
when you
expertise
decided
from
to
the start,
blow up our port.
so they have that. They have that
Don't know
going
what
for
you're
them,
talking
so
about.
they're not useless.
Like hell. you
Because
don't.
that's the issue.
We may not
you see,
know
when
who
you've
you
removed
are
the broken,
yet.
overpowered,
Works running your
game-breaking
profile as we
feat.
speak.
Okay, what do they
High-grade
have? Well,
combat spec
they got an
augmentation,
expertise and 2 extra
built to
skills
be
and a tool
somewhat unnoticeable,
proficiency.
so you blend
Yep.
in with the Sith.
They got.
Someone spent an awful lot
Like,
of money creating you.
It's like that's kind of strong. I'm
Lucky
like,
me.
well, I mean, I need to get the human
So I
players
guess
to
the
shut the
real
hell up.
question is,
I'd say,
are you
you're nothing like cat, you're
or some
nothing
kind
my
of
race,
corporate thief?"
humanity. Get an expertise and shut up. Stop it.
Would you be
No.
happier if I told you that I'm neither?
You have absolutely no
Also,
idea of the shit you're in, do you? Rifleman Bank Station is a black site. It's off the grid.
Oh, well, do we
No
already
one
see this one
will
already,
come
or should I
rescue.
not be talking with this?
No one even
Oh no,
knows
this is
where it
dialogue
is.
options, man. This is like I
You'll be
didn't like
dropped
I
into a
literally
deep, dark
yesterday
hole
I only
and
went
never
into like
see
the
the
beginning
light
cutscene
again.
of the DLC and then just stopped there. And now this is
Oh.
just new
Stew
stuff
on
right
that
now.
for a while, tough guy.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'll
the
wait till
cutscene's
it's
just
done.
about to finish and I'm about to go back to gameplay.
Oh, okay.
Commander
Alright.
Burke and I are returning to the base. Keep a
So
close
there's
eye
a-
on him. You've secured his gear?
Yes, sir.
So there's a few ways to to reintroduce the ability score feature. There's 3 ways,
Richard.
but I'm going to go with the first one.
Are you there?
I'll just tell you what all of them are.
Richard,
Option 1, tying it to your class,
damn it.
and you can, and the rule is you basically, depending on the class. Let's just use the barbarian class since it's the first in alphabetical order. You can increase one of your ability scores by 2 and the other one by 1. I'd say in my games you can increase 3 by 1 if you want, because like why not? What happened? Are you in a world of shit?
I lost everything! All of my weapons! All of my augmentations!
Oh,
I am
okay.
back to level 0!
Literally level 0? Oh fuck. You're
Okay, no,
fucked.
literally level 0 if it would be me at the very beginning of the game when I was still human. But I guess you could say I'm at level 1.
Okay, you're level 1. Alright, that's good. You're not a CR0 peasant.
No, I'm,
Alright.
well, right now you can think of me as a level 1 wizard with no spells.
Oh, that's fucked. That's fucked, aren't you? All right.
Yep.
So like, okay, so here's the thing. And then you can 3 of your ability scores by 1. The ability scores you can increase vary per class. And then some of these in the article seem a little dumb. Like, dude, why do clerics why do druids get to increase strength, wisdom, or charisma but not dex or con? The fuck?
Maybe because they don't really need constitution because they can transform into shit.
True, but then again, every class needs constitution.
Yeah, I know, but like constitution is not really that high because again, they can they literally have health on their health.
Yeah, but the thing about them is that unless you're a Circle of the Moon druid, your transforming isn't going to be as common.
The best, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I'd say it's still important enough. I honestly would say constitution's always important. But charisma, really? You're going to be talking? Well, yes, you're going to be talking, but like, is it that important? Strength? I mean, with what I've done to it, sure, I can make it work. In my game, a strength druid could work, but not in typical games. That's just a minor workaround.
Oh, for the love of God, you douchebag, just move! Move!
Alright.
Oh my God, if I literally get out of fucking cover, he is going to spot me.
Oof. That is poor position.
I am at a okay, hold on. Actually, no. Okay, alright. Alright, I got him.
Alright.
Eat shit, bastard. And I take his pistol, too. Awesome. So I at least have a weapon. A terrible weapon at this point, because, one, I don't have any of my upgrades, so all of my damage resistance upgrades are gone. And, this is a pistol with no silencer on it. I fire this thing, I'm fucked.
Oh, so I guess you can hit somebody with it.
I know, I'm just punching people. My arms are made of metal. I don't think I need a pistol with people.
Oh. If you're... Oh, well,
I'm literally Jax from fucking Mortal Kombat.
I guess it's built in.
Yeah.
Alright. I guess option 2 for this is increasing your ability score with backgrounds. That could be good, but, you know, I'd rather tire it with class. Because that seems more directly important. Or you could just do a mix where you tie it to class and background.
Access granted.
So in my games, we're tying it to class and background. Just to class, not background. Because besides, everyone makes their own backgrounds anyway.
Yeah.
So
who the fuck takes the preset backgrounds unless you're being given a character?
Yeah, I mean, like, I imagine you take it and use it as a base, but you modify it in some way.
Yeah.
Alright, so, basically, so the point of this is, you know how everyone likes to play a tiefling?
Because they like looking like devils and because they're edgy?
Well, not necessarily because they're edgy. I've seen some very wholesome tieflings, but the thing about it is...
Tiefling paladins!
I mean, like, hey, it can work. with enough imagination, it can work. Especially if the world you're in doesn't care as much about that sort of thing. But you see, the thing is, you know how no, this is a real mindfuck. A tiefling cleric.
Yeah.
That's a real mindfuck. But here's the thing. All right, now basically the point of this is to give classes that aren't mechanically viable a chance. Because there's some some race and class combos that would fit really well but are really bad. Like, you want to know an example of one that sucks? That seems really good.
What?
Azamar cleric.
Oh.
That's really bad. What is a cleric gonna do with charisma? You can't cast spells with that.
Hey, you could sure as hell fucking convert people to your religion, though.
You could, but that's not gonna save you from dying.
I suppose not.
Yeah. So the thing is, I would like to give people. You see, I think that the mechanics should enhance role playing, not like hinder it. Like, oh, you can't do that character concept because the mechanics don't work. Isn't that dumb? Doesn't that sound stupid? Isn't the whole point of this to be creative?
You know, thank God the game started me with 200 health because I just took a shotgun to the face.
Oh, well, let's just say Adam in game, not the one in real life. I think the one in real life would have probably been blown apart, but the one in game, ooh, he
is built like a fucking tank.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I am shirtless, very bloodied, and lost all of my abilities.
Dude, with how big he is, Moto would come up to him and say, "I like him." Actually, not really, but yeah. Either way, what I'm trying to say with this is that isn't D&D supposed to reward creativity, not hinder it?
Yeah.
Isn't that the point?
Well, to some people, yes, and to some people, no. It's really all dependent on the DM.
Yeah, like for me, like in theory, you see, in theory, I want people to make as interesting characters as they can, as long as they're not being annoying with it.
Well, hold on. I don't need to hack that. I already have the code for it.
Yeah, so I want to reward creativity, not say, hey, you can't, hey, you probably shouldn't do that because it's really bad, gameplay wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that sucks. Isn't that bad? Like, who would I be to stop the creativity coming on here just because the mechanics are bad? And most of the mechanics being bad comes down to the ability score. Because in D&D, the ability score is everything. Like, ability score in this game is so dumb how very important it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if your ability score sucks, you suck. And the only way you can at least mitigate that is two ways. Roleplay into it. Actually, no, it's just one way. Roleplay into it and hope the DM makes your character stronger by giving
you, like, books that increase that. Or B, using every single ability score increase in levels to actually fix your fucking character.
True, but then you'd be sacrificing feats, which are arguably even more broken than the ability score is. So it's
which is kind of the point. They're effectively perks in any video game that has something like that. That's kind of the whole point of feats.
Yeah, so it's like feat or stat boost. Feat or stat boost. Now I was actually thinking of an alternative way. I was thinking maybe we okay, like of course I don't think I'm gonna do this, but this is just a thought experiment for people who want weaker characters, who want weaker PCs as for DMs. Like perhaps maybe have people start out with point buy, but every time they get an ability score increase, let them get a feat and the ability score increase.
Yeah, but that might just make them a bit too powerful.
By the time they get to level 20 or somewhere near that, they need to be that strong to compete with any of the monsters. So you kind of get your low-powered fantasy at the beginning, but you get your high-powered epic fantasy by the end. That's what I was kind of floating the idea of. But then I figured, oh, you guys already rolled already, so let's just not do that. You guys rolled over. Yeah, like, how am I going to say, hey, guys, you got to roll over again? It's like, but my stats were good. Like, that would be mean. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, so I'm not going to do that. So people can play any kind of character they want. And besides, race isn't that big. It shouldn't be that big of a deal anyway. In the game.
Yeah.
It also kind of makes an air of, okay, we see an elf. I have literally no idea what kind of class it's going to be just because of the elf. Whereas in the game, normally it's like, oh, I see a tiefling. I think he's going to be a bard or a warlock. And doesn't that, like, surprise you? When it's like, oh, tiefling fighter. How about that? Who would have thought? But then you find out his mechanics are bad. So unless you roll like a god, you're not good.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. So like why? So I figure the best way to fix that is tie the racial abilities, get rid of the racial ability score, and tie it to class. And you see that fixes so many issues, doesn't it? Well, issues from a mechanical sense. If you've got a DM who doesn't really care about that, then this isn't that big of an issue. But if you've got a DM that's like me.
Oh, hey, look, it's the Return of Shotgun deck.
Oh, shotgun. Oh, wait, he's sleeping with the gun there. What?
Oh, no, he's not sleeping. He's dead. There was a barrel behind this wall right here. I blew it up, killing them both.
Oh. Oh, he's dead. Oh, this is dick. Alright, so...
What the fuck kind of password is this? I mean, technically, you should be making a random-ass fucking password and memorizing it, but still. Fine.
Yeah, or make it... Or...
G11 B J 4M.
Yes.
Fucking weird as balls password.
Yeah, so it's just like... I would personally rather see people be more creative with their characters and have to worry less about the mechanics. Because the mechanics, like, let's be honest, they can take you out of the game sometimes. Because it's like, oh, I want to play as an elf. I have a great elf fight. I have a great like elven fighter idea.
But sometimes it's just as Silver the Hedgehog says, it's no use.
Yeah, with this it won't be, it would be the use. But actually with an elf you probably could actually make a really sick fight. Elves are very versatile. Let me think of a more specific race. Actually tieflings are as much as people love them and use them, they are very specific. They're only really good as charisma casters unless you use Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and in which case they're still charisma people, but you can at least have them do other things a little bit. And I'll be honest, I'd rather see creativity be rewarded instead of punished, you know what I'm saying?
Pritchard, is that you?
It's just, Oh, and also I've been thinking of an alternative way to do initiative.
You're breaking up.
Now, I'm not exactly sold on it yet.
Hey, I get my shit back, or at least my weapons anyway.
You know, well, you
But
got
I
all your
can't.
weapons
Oh
back?
my god! Yeah, I get everything back. The problem is, I was walking around with a full inventory when I first came into the DLC. I'm at half inventory space, which means I can't carry everything.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yep.
You have to leave some of it behind.
Yeah. I have to drop a few things.
That's fucked up.
Alright, available praxis. 1. I could go into freaking, start increasing my, freaking hacking, or I can increase my freaking carrying capacity so I can have more fucking, so I can carry more shit.
Ballast tanks. Dropping draft 2 meters.
Okay, alright, I got a bit more praxis kits. Okay, alright. So...
Yeah, like I'm thinking of changing the initiative system because I don't like it. I don't like it. It also, you know how before every combat, you notice that the DM has to like fucking drop what he's doing, have everything roll initiative, set it all up, then the fight begins.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the way it's rolled is really well, if you care about that, unrealistic. Because why would your dex have to do with anything? Your dex is how fast your hands move, and how fast you. It's not that quick. That's not what it determines this.
Okay, so I have my weapons, but I don't have any ammo, which means I'm walking around with a silenced pistol, with 21 bullets. A grenade launcher with 6 shots. A combat rifle with no ammo. A stun gun with 6 shots. 6 shots. That's good. And a revolver that contains an ability that creates explosive bullets with no bullets.
That's rough, man.
So literally all I have are my pistol and my stun gun. That's literally all I got. And the grenade launcher. But this is mostly a stealth run. The grenade launcher I'm going to be using for bosses, along with the revolver.
That is oof, that's rough.
Yeah, and as for augmentations, I got +1 increased in carrying capacity. +1 increase to fortification for when I'm hacking. +2 increased stealth level 2, which decreases the chances of detection when hacking by 30%. I can now hack level 3 terminals, and I have access to cloaking level 1. Well, cloaking level 2, which is the first upgrade to cloaking. So reduces energy consumption by 40%, and the activation of my cloaking is 5 seconds per battery, and I have 2 batteries. So I can stay cloaked for a total of 10 seconds.
When I'm actually charging these batteries is not an easy thing.
Actually, no. The first 2 batteries actually recharge on their own after a while. Like, it's an auto recharge. The other battery upgrades that I can get, I have to use items such as the Cyber Boost Pro Energy Bar, or other items like it to restore those bars. So the first 2 I can get just regenerate on their own, but the others I have to restore manually.
For dog confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you have something as a backup.
Yeah.
Alright.
Unfortunately, I can't take the cooling system, which I intended to use in order to fucking upgrade the plasma rifle that I would get later in the game. Oh well.
Thrusters fall back. Slowing to 5 knots.
Okay, alright, let's see. I also have my body armor, so that's good. But I don't have any damage reduction from it, it's just fucking character model.
Warning.
I'm not walking around shirtless.
Load detected.
So what have you been doing, Burgos?
What have I been doing? Oh, I got a job.
Oh, where?
I don't want to reveal the location on stream.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
because
anyone could say Chick-fil-A or freaking Harris Teeter or a...
It's a pizza delivery guy.
Oh, what store?
I don't want. Okay.
Okay, alright, fine.
Yeah, because all I'll say is it's a little too. Because I don't want to start revealing shit on stream.
Gotcha.
Not like anyone watches this shit anyway, but But it's just like. But yeah, but I just work there. I just trying to make coin because I need it. But other than that, I'm fine. Just needed to get my hands on some coin for it. Anything else? But
Yeah.
I have been trying to work on this D&D campaign, but I'm just thinking a lot about what I want to do and how am I going to do it. It is being a dungeon master is not the easiest thing.
Yeah, it's not from what I hear. It takes a lot of preparation and time out of your fucking life in order to do it.
Well, it depends. It depends on what you're trying to run. If you're trying to run a ha-ha-hee-hee campaign that doesn't mean much, then that one probably doesn't take as long. But I'm trying to run a serious campaign. So I'm trying to run I'm just trying to run a serious one. And I don't know how long it'll take for me to prepare session for session, so it might be monthly. Because I don't know how much time we're all gonna have. So it's probably gonna be once a month, or whenever I say it, I'm ready to do it. But then I'm also thinking about how I'm going to do certain things, because something that was kind of brought to my attention is that some people say you can't do things as realistically as you want to, and I'm like, well, I mean, it depends. Someone mentioned how are you supposed to.
You were saying?
Someone mentioned how are you supposed to what's the word I'm looking for? How are you supposed to expect to run a combat encounter with 30 plus enemies, all not 30 plus enemies, but 20 plus enemies, including the players, all in the same room? That would take forever.
It would.
And yeah, but there's ways to speed up combat. Because I'm sorry, the way I see the traditional dungeon, that only makes sense in two cases: if they are labyrinths or vaults. If it's a vault, it's supposed to guard treasure, not supposed to get to it. And if it's a labyrinth, well, that's just a fucking giant maze. But a dungeon or a castle? No. I'm not doing. You know how a lot of these dungeons in these games have like a very weird layout that makes no sense architecturally?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that? No, I'm not doing that. Why figure? Okay, an evil guy lives in his castle, right? Or kind of has a place where he guards all of his treasure. Why not put all of his forces in front of the door instead of spreading it out?
You would think that, yet there are most likely other entrances. That's kind of the thing, Burgos. Realistically, you would not be putting it just in front of the fucking door, because that's kind of like, if you're going to waltz into someone's castle intending to kill them, you do not walk up the front fucking door.
You
But
don't.
that's a place
That
they
is a
would
death
least
sentence.
expect you to do.
Okay, yes. If you're
Because everyone expects you to go through a back entrance or a window. But
Yeah.
why not just walk in the front door?
Yeah, you see.
Nobody defends the front door because everybody thinks, oh, they're not gonna come through the front door.
People defend the front door all the time.
Okay, listen, my mind logic is not right now.
No, the thing is, not everyone. You're supposed to have your forces spread out across key areas in order to be able to, protect it.
In a castle, there's only one way in, one way out.
Have spider guards and put
Really? No windows?
Windows are set up in a way in actual historical castles to not be used to get in and out of places. They're only big enough just to let light in. You can't actually get out in or out of them. There's only one way in, one way out with actual historical castles. And if there's a back entrance, well, though that's kept secret. And if there is a back entrance like that, perhaps maybe you guys can find it. So
The sewer system.
Medieval castles don't have that.
They most likely shit out the non-existent windows. I was going to say windows, but they don't.
No, they don't shut out the windows. They have a hole. They have a hole that you sit in, and then you do your business, and it falls down. So it falls down a hole, and that hole. Like, listen, medieval castles are very well fortified, but then again, I also have to consider.
How about scaling the walls?
Oh, you could try that. It's just a matter. Yeah, not like I'm not saying that.
I mean, after all, the walls aren't like most castles aren't fucking pristine. There will be gaps in them. There will be wear and tear. You can find a way to scale them. It's possible,
Yeah,
or having grappling hooks,
Yeah, you see, the thing is. Yeah,
or massive fucking ladders. And I don't know.
Yeah, you see, I'm not gonna say you can't do that because it's very well you could but that would turn into a stealth operation, not a combat. Not like that.
I know eventually, knowing most stealth operations, you'll turn into combat regardless. I mean, look at me playing through this entire game.
Oh, that's true. But
look at everything that happened during my Dishonored playthrough.
But yeah, true.
No matter how stealthy you are, it will become combat no matter how hard you try.
True. But here's the thing though. For a castle and a place of work, the way that I see these places are designed, like, imagine how fucked up it would be if you worked at an office and then like 3 people had to get through your office that you're working in to get to their office. You see how dumb that is?
Yeah.
You're in a place of work or living. That doesn't work. So you have basically 1 or 2 or maybe even 3, depending how big the place is, central rooms that you can get to the other rooms in. So I figure once your cover is blown, everybody comes out and looks. So it's a matter of I want these places to be set up architecturally properly, because no one makes labyrinths for castles that you live in. Because how are you supposed to fortify the place? And not only fortify the place, but how are you supposed to get access to your treasure? That's unless there's a magical back door. But then once you introduce a back door,
yes, the magical anus. I mean,
once you introduce a back door, yeah, I see what you did there. The magical anus, a magical or a literal back door? Once you introduce a way out, an alternate way out, like when you play Skyrim and you see those quick ways out, I'm like, why couldn't have I just gone through that and skipped the whole dungeon, right?
In fact, I think you actually can.
In some of them.
Yeah, others they actually have that door barred.
Yeah, and you see because of the game, Skyrim, you can't get past.
I know another game that has a castle with a back door.
What?
Super Mario World. You
Oh
can.
my God.
There is a literal world level called Bowser's Back Door. It allows you to skip literally the entirety of the castle and get to the fight.
Oh, Bowser's back door. Oh, that sounds like Bowsette.
No. No. Stop.
Yeah, but either way, like I'm just saying, like but let's say everything goes to shit, and in the moment everyone that can hear you guys knows where you're at. Everyone's coming out of those rooms, and is coming out, and imagine it's just like. Either way, I have to be prepared for those big combat encounters.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking of because I want to speed them up because let's be honest.
Well, Well, here's the thing. You could have it to where. Well, you don't. So think of it this way. All right, you just have the encounter for that room, but then you also have it like a set amount of turns, to where. Well, if the doors are closed, it's gonna be hard for like sound to get through and all that. So like. Maybe like the people in like the rooms adjacent would hear, but not might want to go to investigate. But not everyone in the castle, so it's not gonna be a castle-wide alert. It's not like in fucking most video games where the moment you're spotted, area-wide alert, everyone immediately knows where the fuck you are.
If somebody casts Thunderwave, that sound can be heard over for.
Oh yeah, and I imagine that you won't have you. I'm not exactly well, unless the people that you're DMing for aren't stupid and don't think that immediately the jig is up and try not to solve it and decide to think that all right, jig is up, we're going loud, like I do on occasion. They'll try to end things quickly before an alarm is sound.
Remember who we're playing with. We have Nick and Bisbee.
I will force them not to use those abilities.
Okay.
You have me. Remember, I enjoy me some stealth games. I know when the jig is up and when it's not up.
All right. Yeah. So you get you get it. So these big major combats. Like what I was thinking is make everything easier on everybody, turn order wise. Why don't you all go at once in waves? Players go first. Well, unless depending on the type of session.
Yeah, and also I wasn't exactly on. You could also make it to where like after a couple of turns, the people from the adjacent rooms then join in the combat because they walk into the room.
Yeah. That's still how I would do it too. Yeah, so that works. But here's the thing that I was going to say I could also just say everyone the players or enemies depending on which one goes first. Well, that will depend on the situation, but either way, all the players and their allies that are fighting directly with them go first. And I won't say go first, but they go, and then the enemies go, and maybe if there's like a neutral force, then they go. You know how when you play Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
Your guys go, and the enemies go. I was thinking.
And then if there is a third faction in the fight, then they go last. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something like that, and all of you guys going at once, and then the initiative will be determined based on the situation. Whoever I think would go first is going to go first, or last, depending on how it is. Also, are you trying to get up there? Oh, that's. Yeah. Don't you hate it when it's just out of reach? You're just like, damn it! Why can't I get up there? I rolled a 12. All right, but yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, but I think that would speed things up, and the way it would probably work is, you guys have the whole party has you know how everyone in these combat sessions, how it always devolves into tactical meetings, regardless of how much the DM says don't do that.
Yeah.
How about I just oh, you guys got 2 minutes to figure out what you're gonna do here. The whole party figure that out.
Yep.
And then I do the same thing, and we all and then once you guys are set on action, it's like, is that what you're doing? Yep. Okay, no takebacks. Once I'm like, is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do? All right, that's it. You're doing that. But you all move at once. And the way this works is ranged stuff goes first. Ranged weapons and spells go first, then melee attacks.
I think I may have fucked up.
Oof, what did you do?
I can't reach over there.
Oof, that's rough.
Time to kill myself!
Oh. 10 out of 10. And then you're always like, ah, damn it, I fucked up, kill myself.
Yep.
And then the character's like, what? Oh, you're just gonna respawn. Oh, okay. Oh. And do you want to know what this thing I just mentioned accomplishes? It speeds up combat because there's a thing that takes so long.
When was the last time I saved?
You better hope there's autosave.
Oh, there is. There is.
Alright, you better hope. Oh, okay, it's there. Alright. Oh, this should be fine. But do you think
Did the
what I'm
game
saying
just
is a good
crash?
idea? Oh no.
The game just crashed.
Who's this game made by?
This was made by Square Enix, but the game I never had this problem when I played the game.
Square Enix made a game like this?
Yeah.
Huh? I wouldn't have expected that.
Square Enix owns the Deus Ex series.
I wouldn't have expected them to make something like this. Huh. I guess I'm just used to seeing RPGs from the, well, I guess this.
Well, alright. Eidos Montreal were the developers, but Square Enix is the publisher. But they most likely had people come and develop the game as well. So.
Oh, that makes sense. They're publishing it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. Yeah. So, what do you think of my alternate way of doing initiative?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I think it speeds things up and it makes things more realistic. Because if we were going to roll individually, if you wanted to get technical, people who do the least amount of fighting, like wizards and rogues, should go last, and fighters and barbarians should go first. And then that's how it should be determined if we're going to be realistic with this. Because think about it. Let's say in a combat situation, who do you think would go first in order? You or me, being a non-combative. Let's be honest, non-combative weebs versus a martial artist or Navy SEAL. Who do you think is going to go first? Combat encounter, remember?
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking who actually would go first between the martial artist and the Navy SEAL. So I'm trying to think here. Give me a minute. You can keep going. Just give me a minute. This is kind of tough here. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's not.
I understand what you mean. It'll be those two guys going first instead of
Yeah, my money's leaning on the Navy SEAL because that Navy SEAL has been in real life or death combat, whereas the martial artist maybe not as often. Whereas with the Navy SEAL, that's the guy's job. So the more life or death combat experience, the more likely you're going to be to respond to it. That's what I figure. So that's what I'm guessing. So that's what I figure. So I figure that's how it would go. And think about it. Think about it like this. Dex in controlling initiative, like that alone makes Dex really powerful skill. Really power. Yeah, it makes it really powerful. Not like I'm trying to nerf Dex or anything, because Dex even with all the changes I've done to other skills is still gonna be really good. Let's not kid ourselves. That determines a siege and stealth. That's not going anywhere. Dex is fine.
Yeah. Dex
is perfectly fine. I'm just trying to give other skills a chance, because think about it. Unless you're once again going for style instead of function, well, strength is not the way to go. And on top of that, it's easier to get one ability score to work, because if you wanted to, because Dex kind of does it all mostly. Does everything you really need it to, minus some skills. But if you made a solely Dex character with maybe like okay wisdom, you'll be fine. If you're playing a rogue.
Yeah.
But then again, that's a one skill character. I don't know. What I'm saying here is that Dex is strong, and initiative, having initiative tied to it for some reason helps with that. But I think this system would make things a bit faster paced and easier to determine. Because there was this one time I did a practice session, like a little practice with two people. Just two newer players that not all of them are playing in my session, but two newer players. I just decided to just run a little thing just to test myself. Initiative is stupid and bullshit. I don't like it. It's one of those rules. It's one of those, because I had to drop what I was doing, calculate the fucking thing. Like I had to roll, roll.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's kind of hard to. Without initiative, how the fuck would you be able to be able to do? Whose turn is it anyway?
It depends on whose side you're on. That's a whole you see that if it's the players, you all go at this in game. You're all moving at the same time, so you all decide what you're going to do in the time you're given the plan.
Yeah, but that's a clusterfuck.
It's a
clusterfuck, and they did it. Then they had good reasons for doing it like that.
Most other systems are abandoning initiative and going towards that.
What, more active?
Yeah, and I like active. From what I've seen. Of course.
Play Baldur's Gate. It's gonna kick your ass.
Of course, what I'm saying is, when it's still kind of initiative in a way. It's like the side moves, not like the individuals. Of course, all the individuals are moving when it's all their turn. So it's kind of like, okay, players, what do you player characters, what are you all going to do? And then you all go, let's say, fighter goes like, I'm going to go ahead and attack him. Blood Hunter, I'm going to go over there and attack him. I'm going to go ahead and cast some spells over here. I'm going to go back there, shoot some cantrips. I'll go and Ranger.
So like an actual traditional a traditional JRPG, effectively. It's the player's turn, then it's the enemy's turn, then it's the player's turn, then it's the enemy's turn, and it's the player's turn, then it's the enemy's turn. In an actual JRPG, that would work. In D&D, I don't think that works very well, because if you have more enemies than there are good guys, and you're all going up against enemies that are something that that an entire party of people should be taking on at that level, so you're at equal level, and the DM is actively trying to kill the party. Yeah, that can go pretty badly. Because all it takes is one fucking turn.
Someone's shooting. Stop!
Now the thing is, remember, you have reactions and things that you can do. But still, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad of a thing. And also, when you think about it, if it's similar numbers, and then it's similar. No, if it's similar strength between two sides and more numbers, the one with more numbers.
But Burgos, there's a difference between working in theory and working in practice.
The thing is, I've seen it work in practice. I saw a guy present this way of doing it as, hey, this works, and he even explained.
But does it make it any more difficult?
Difficult? Yeah, but that's the point. I want it to be difficult. Combat is to be avoided. Because if you go into combat all the time, there's a very real chance that your characters are dying. So it's best to avoid it as much as possible.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, but Burgos, you make it too difficult, you're gonna deter people that are playing it for the first fucking time. This isn't fucking Dark Souls, Burgos. D&D is supposed to be for everyone.
Is it? I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I say that, looks at first through 3.5 editions.
Yeah, so it's not really that big of a deal.
But the thing is, 5th edition was always meant to be for everyone. It's supposed to be more accessible while still keeping the hardcore elements.
Yeah, and think about everyone we're playing with. I think you guys can handle it. The only new player I've actually trained to this one, so she can handle herself. So I don't think there's going to be that big of an issue.
Yeah, but I get the feeling you're going to make every single potential combat situation where like you are literally going to get your anus ripped out of your asshole within 5 seconds.
No, not necessarily.
You're the person who loves fucking things hard. I just get that feeling, Burgos.
No, I'm not gonna try to kill you because what's the point of killing all the players? What game is there if I kill everybody? No, it's just that I think combat should be a clusterfuck because combat is a clusterfuck in real life. Think about it. Don't you think when you go into, if you're going to go kill some goblins in a cave, that's a clusterfuck. Think about it. That sounds like a mess. The only time combat isn't a mess is in say formation-based military encounters. But even then, that's still kind of a clusterfuck. Combat's always a clusterfuck, and I want it to be that way.
And you're saying it isn't?
What do you mean?
And you're saying normal combat in D&D isn't?
Is it a clusterfuck? I mean, like, it kind of is. It takes too long. It's a clusterfuck in how long it takes. And I'm trying to speed it up. Because, let's be...
But in your way of wanting to speed things up, you change it completely.
Yeah, that's fine. I despise
That's
D&D
fine for you, but is it fine for everyone else? Like, you're already seeing that I have a problem with this.
I mean, like, here's the thing.
But again, that's my opinion. If everyone else has a problem with it, like this is something that you need to discuss with everyone else. I'm just saying, I'm putting my 2 cents into it. If you're wanting to speed things up, changes combat completely, and making it something completely different to what I'm used to, I'm going to have problems with it. But this is, like, again, that's just me putting in my 2 cents, and it's just me. I will still join in if I'm the only naysayer in this.
See,
but again,
look,
everyone else, it has to be up to everyone else as well.
You see, the thing is, I sent a video, you can watch it later, that basically explains where I got the idea from.
Okay, alright.
It simplifies. I think this actually simplifies it. Of course, you just if you don't want to hear the reason why initiative was even implemented, because that's a leftover convention from wargaming, miniature wargaming. It's not, and this guy argues it's not essential for RPGs, and I happen to agree with that because the way he explained it. Of course, if you don't care about the explanation, just skip to 712 and get to the rules. And I like this.
Hello.
I like the way this works, but I want to try this because I kind of like the way this works. But I'm kind of like, this is kind of debatable because I'm not even sure.
Yeah, the thing is, when you want to try something, you don't make it the forefront of a new campaign. Do mock things, do mock battles, that sort of shit. See how everyone likes it. And if everyone turns to like it, then use it for the campaign. If not, then scrap it. Or try to make it better. That's what I'm saying. If you intend to use it for the campaign straight away, that's where I'm going to have problems with it. But if you decide to do mock battles with all of us involved, using our characters, and we see how it goes, and we all end up liking it, then sure, let's use it for the campaign. That's all I'm asking. Test it out, and that's it, and see how everyone tends to like it or not.
Yeah. You see, when you're done here, watch the video. It's thorough.
I will, but I'm not sure if it's gonna change much. Like I said, I need actual fucking results, because what I'm hearing, some good things and some things I'm a bit apprehensive of.
Yeah, it's just mainly the thing where I'm coming from is I don't like D&D combat. I think it just it doesn't really I don't like it because I don't feel like, well, one, it's not realistic enough, but it's also just not engaging.
It's a game. Although it's not a video game, it's still a game, Burgos, at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, what are games for? To have fun.
Yeah, I don't.
So when you're trying to add a lot of realistic things to it, to the point where the fun is sucked out of it,
I don't think the fun's sucked out of it. I think this adds to it, if anything.
That's what you think, but that's not just up to the DM, it's also up to the players, the people that you're supposed to be DMing for.
Yeah, I kind of figured this reaction because in the video it says that older players would be more like, I don't know about this one. This changes like everything.
And it does.
It does, yeah, it does. But is that really bad? I like change.
Yeah. There's a difference between changing for the better and changing for the worst.
I mean, this guy seemed to see, the guy that created it seems.
And that's his opinion, but not everyone will fucking agree with it.
Yeah, and I want to at least try this out. I want to try this out because I think it can actually add things and speed up combat. Because I'm going to have to speed up combat regardless. Because combat takes too long.
But combat's like yeah, but if you're doing the one turn first, one team first, other team second thing, there are ways where that can go wrong horribly or right very well if everyone's coordinated like that. It's one thing to playing it and to actually play it like an actual fucking turn-based JRPG or RPG, and it's another to actually do it in a Dungeons and Dragons setting with like in a pen and paper game where it goes like, although they seem very similar, at the end of the day they're not.
Really? I think they're quite similar when it comes to combat. I think they're quite. I think they're very similar to be honest. Like that's kind of what I see, because when I see the way this works, it's like, oh, it's just like Fire Emblem, except everyone's moving individually.
Yeah, and in Fire Emblem things can go wrong quickly.
Yeah,
and in XCOM,
like,
and in any other tactical turn-based RPG.
And I don't think that's a problem.
And yet, look at games like freaking, you're playing it right now for the Bread Boys. Fucking...
Daggerfall?
Not Daggerfall, goddammit. God, why am I blanking on the name? Holy shit. Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah, that.
That's not Team 1, Team 2. That's individual turns.
Like, the thing I'm getting here is things can go wrong fast either way. So, I'm just figuring the one that makes it faster. Because things are going to go to shit regardless. And besides, it's just like, I don't know. I like it this way, so I want to try this. I want to try it out and see how it goes.
Have you talked to the others about this?
I mean, talk to one other person, but she's the newer player, so she's kind of like, I kind of like the way this is. It's kind of.
Yeah, it's because she's never played the how it normally is played.
Yeah, and then again, the way it's normally.
And to be honest, anybody new would find anything interesting.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like with if you've already played D&D before, you might think that this is different, so it's not really D&D. So,
the thing is, I've played video games with that system of combat. I've played video games with the system of combat from D&D. I like both, but mixing them just feels fucking weird.
It's weird, yeah, but we don't know if it's bad until we try it.
That's why I'm asking for fucking mock battles and not immediately putting it into the campaign.
And but even if it's yeah, I was going to do mock battles anyway. But you see, even if it does make it, it's like, oh no, I can just change it back. Not like it's that big of a deal. It is a game. It is still just a game, like you said. I just feel like adding some more realistic elements, you know, not really doesn't make the game bad. Doesn't make it bad. Mock battles is okay. I'll do that. I need to, yeah. You see, the thing is, in that video I sent you, there is a kind of a mock battle kind of made here. That kind of shows everything. The only thing that I might not like is that everyone rolls their dice at the same time.
Yeah.
So, of course, that makes it, because of Roll20, might make things a little hard to track. But then again, initiative's hard to track.
But
So
doesn't Roll20 have that thing on the side that actually shows you who the fuck's turn it is?
Well, yeah, true, but you know, but then again, we still have to roll, set it up. It's it's just, I don't know. There's still annoyances all around that we have to deal with. It's just that I think initiative as it is, just not really something I'm really keen on. Because then again, I don't like D&D combat. D&D combat just feels like
too unrealistic, even though it's supposed to be a game.
Well, that's not what I was going to say, but yes, but not necessarily just because it's unrealistic. It's that for spellcasters, it's fine, but for melee guys, all it is just bashing each other with the weapons, with not really that much really tactics. And if you try to use them, chances are attacking would have been better in most cases.
And yet, people still tend to have fun with that.
Yeah, and you know, if I'm the DM and I'm the one in charge here, I want to do something different. Because if I'm the DM, I want to make a game that I would like to play. Because that's why I want to make a world in a game that I would like to play, in a world I would like to do, kind of like, you know how Elder Scrolls it's kind of like, I like that world. I want to get all the lore behind it. I want to do all that sort of thing. That's the kind of thing that I want to make a world that captures my imagination. Hopefully it captures the rest of yours. Oh, not the rest of yours, all of you, the rest of the players' minds as well. That's the thing. It's just that's just something I've kind of figured. If I'm going to DM, I'm going to DM a game and a world that I like. And that's kind of and that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm doing. Because I kind of like this. So mock battles, I'll probably I'll be doing that. Especially in the mock battles would actually help a lot because learning how role-playing works is really helpful. I'll have to grab a few people that can do a mock battle, and I'll just throw some Coldbrad in there. Well, not really
something that we need to talk about, availability of people, but when we're actually going to do that. I'm good with Mondays.
Okay.
Because usually if I do work on Mondays, it's usually till 3 o'clock.
Okay. Alright, availability. Is it just Mondays?
Mondays, I'm always never working on Wednesdays. Fridays, I'm always doing D&D with my brothers. Saturdays and Sundays, I'm always working till late. So I'm usually dead tired. It's usually until 7 o'clock, but even still, like, we could always start, like, at, 8 or something, but even then, I'm fucking tired. I don't really want to do shit.
Scheduling's gonna be a bitch. Yeah. Scheduling is always a bitch. No matter what, honestly. But yeah, at least I know Mondays and Wednesdays for you. At least I know that now. So it's just like, what do I do? I don't know. It's just.
And thus, Adam Jensen's story came to an end as he took a shotgun to the face.
Oh, rip. Oh, Adam. Speaking of Adam, where the hell has he been?
Like I said, his schedule's always been 5 to fucking close, and closing time for fucking restaurants and where the fuck he's working has always been till fucking 10 or 11.
Yeah,
which is usually after I'm done streaming.
Yeah, but who says you need to stream at this time? You can stream at any time you want.
I know. That's why I need to talk to him, but the thing is, he's usually never on until then, and that's when I always go to fuck to sleep.
Coldbrad, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why do you continue to put up with this? Why?
I don't know.
Coldbrad, all you need to do, make your own channel, and do this. Don't do this for Adam. Do it for you.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I would. That's why I want to talk to him. Like, if he says that he's no longer going to be streaming, I will finish Deus Ex on this channel, upload all of the videos to my YouTube channel, and then make my own Twitch channel.
You know what?
I will do that.
You know what? Actually, Coldbrad, there's something else that I should tell you. I don't want to tell you on stream because I'm gonna message you. It has to do. I messaged you what that is. It has to do with that place.
Are you sure?
Well,
is it any good?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Unsettled weather affecting Thailand and Strait of Malacca. Expect scattered squally showers and thunderstorms.
You know who that guy is, right?
Yeah.
He moved there.
And they most likely gave him a lot of money to fucking do it.
Oh, but on top of that, the service makes it easier for smaller channels to be discovered because they're featured first. Red Boys are jumping ship there, so it might not be.
Really?
So it might not be. It's a matter of time. This platform, unless Twitch goes through some major reforms, the end is near for them. So you want to stick around and grasp at straws until maybe something good happens here, or would you rather go somewhere else? I'm jumping ship, personally. So it's something to consider. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it that much. It's not that big of a deal. Right now, you need to not you, but everybody needs to find out. Dude, Adam, where the fuck you been? This is your channel, isn't it? Like, I'm not wrong, right? This is his channel.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this is just, oh god, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with this fucking situation here, because like, dude, it's like we have people on this channel that aren't they subs?
I have no idea.
Like, did fucking, where is he? Where's his name? Oh yeah, didn't Rage, is he still donating here, or he stopped that?
I think he stopped that.
He
comes on every now and then.
Yeah, like we need to let him and our active viewers know, hey dude, shit's going south. Come on, we're doing shit somewhere else.
Maybe soon at some point. I just need to talk to Adam about that.
Yeah, cause dude, listen, you gotta be a firm and assertive with them, cause like, listen, you gotta understand.
Plus, he does have my Elgato, which I did loan him. It's not his, it's mine. It was given to me by my older brother as as a birthday gift.
Oh shit! Oh, then you have some leverage too.
Yeah, if he's gonna stop streaming, I'm gonna want it back.
Yes, and as you should.
In fact, I might even loan it to you, because like you said, you got some games on console. Because Dominic's laptop is not the most powerful thing in the world, so again, I cannot use it because there are system requirements in order to use the fucking thing. But your computer might be able to.
Let's be honest here. No one's no offense. Not many people are watching this. Twitch isn't watching this, so I'll be honest. The Bread Boys aren't watching this. I'll be honest with you. I'm at a point with them is that I want to jump ship and stream on my own for me. That's what I want to do. I want to stream for. I don't want to stream for anybody else. I want to stream for me. That's what I want to do. And Mixer seems like the place to really do it.
So wait, you're thinking of jumping ship from the Bread Boys?
It's a possibility in these upcoming it seems like it's a possibility because the place isn't as big as I thought, because you see the channel has a bot issue, so the viewer count is not accurate. So I don't know how many people are watching this. It's more active than here, but by how much? I don't know by how much. But either way, I think personally, I could do better. Not to say that this channel can't do better or Bread Boys can't do better. I'm just saying, I think if I do this for me, and I do this my way, I think I'd be good. I think I'll be fine. But it's something in the back burner for me, because I wanna stream for me. I wanna stream the games I wanna play, and I wanna do it on my terms. And you know, I wouldn't mind having you on there, because you know, look, our streams when the two of us are together, shit, it's good. Yeah, it's good. The two of us work together. Maybe even a podcast. You know, those are cool.
Yeah.
Like imagine like the gaming news. Okay, everything went to shit this week.
Yeah, EA is still being EA.
Activision is still being shady bastards.
Once again, Epic is on the news for more fucking exclusives and shit.
Yeah, it's like you know, it's just like it would be nice. And also,
Fortnite is still the biggest thing in the world, despite the fact that a lot of people don't want it to be. Oh yeah, also Mixer does something else I like. Mixer does something else. This isn't. Their rules are a little less strict because from what my friend told me, we can stream porn. No, you see my profile picture. My profile picture, the little elf kid with the sword. My friend drew that, and she told me that on Mixer you can have a little bit of nudity if that's not the main focus. If the tit happens to appear, okay, no big deal. The tit's there. A tit happened. So basically, if you would ever stream The Witcher 3, it's like, oh no, they're going down. Geralt's about to fuck him. Fuck her. Okay. I imagine Twitch doesn't have any problems with Witcher 3 or South Park. I've heard some reports of people getting banned. Really? Just from Witcher 3? Yeah, because it had titty. It had titty. That's crazy. That's stupid. Yeah, it is. It is.
And yeah, basically this platform isn't the best, but you know, this platform isn't bad. It's not YouTube, that's for sure. It's not fucking YouTube. That's.
We'll have the Irishman get one
not
of his men to
YouTube.
give it a diagnostic.
Rest in peace, YouTube. You know,
Carry on.
I actually never wanted to be a streamer before for a while. You know, I actually wanted to be a YouTuber, but it would seem that's not the way YouTube. And the thing is,
well, actually, technically, you can still do that while also streaming at the same time. It's called using your YouTube channel as an archive.
True, but I mean a real YouTuber, because I've always wanted to be. I wanted to do things on YouTube because that's just what I wanted to do. But I actually, right as I bought this mic, the adpocalypse happened.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, that's fucked. That's fucked. Well, no thanks. So now I'm gonna have to try to do stuff on these platforms, and Mixer highlighting smaller viewers, smaller streamers. Unless Twitch adopts that, smaller streamers should just go there. Of course, e-girls are still gonna stay on Twitch. E-girls can't get banned no matter what they do.
Yeah.
On this platform. So, but Mixer's also owned by Microsoft, so there's a chance you could stream your shit from your
And they say women don't have. No, I'm not even gonna go that. I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, no. Twitch goes woke sometimes. So, by the way, I just want to mention, you know, Mixer's run by Microsoft.
There's a difference between respecting women and bending over backwards completely for them.
Oh yeah, of course, we know this. But then again, no one really cares for that sort of thing. So, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, you know, Mixer's made by Microsoft, so perhaps there's a way to stream your Xbox games on there.
I think there's an application to actually stream anything that you like. You don't exactly need the fucking. I think there's actually a way to actually stream off your Xbox One. The thing is, it's actually using the Xbox One as a computer to stream off of it straight into Twitch, and having a headset connected to your Xbox One controller. So it's not going to be connected to, say, OBS or Discord.
Yeah.
Technically, that's the I think Adam knew this, and that's why he didn't do that, and why we needed the Elgato, because we needed Discord.
Do we? I mean, like, if you've got only one.
It's because no one else would have been able to join in. He would have been on his own.
You see, can I tell you something? I've been streaming by myself with no one there other than me, and then the people that stream. So you don't always need Discord.
I know. I've been doing the past few streams. I've usually been on my own or Link on the rare occasion. Like Link's been pretty rare these days, but that's because the school's back up.
Yeah. So.
And I've been streaming on Mondays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So. Yeah, I can't stream on weekends where Link would most likely be around.
Yeah, so it's just like, dude, it's just this situation with this streaming service. It's just like there's things to consider. It's just try to get in contact with Adam, really, because this is.
Oh, I'm thinking of actually going to, like, after the stream's over. I'll just say, hey, are you out of work? Or are you off work or didn't have work at all today? And I'll just wait for him a message, and then it says, and if he does say yes to either of those, I'll say, get on Discord, we need to talk.
Yes, please give him the talk and be persistent until he makes it, because you gotta understand.
Wait, what kind of talk? The talk or the talk?
Tell him where his dick is. Because let me tell you, tell him where his dick is, because you're about to rip him a new asshole if he gives you. I've just been burnt out and...
Burnt out? You haven't been streaming for months!
Listen, that's the shit he gave me. And I wasn't having it. I made him cry. So I wasn't having it. So look, I'm not saying to make a grown man cry. I'm just saying...
To make a grown man cry?
No, I'm just saying put your fucking foot down. Let him know. I will not be. If I'm going to stream, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to be doing it my way. So tell me, are you going to come back to stream and help out this channel that you created? Because if you're not gonna come back at some point, I'm fucking leaving, and I am going to take your audience with me. So look, that's just how it's gotta be. And if you don't like it, well, listen. How about you help me with this channel we've cultivated? Why do you think I left? Why do you think I left?
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with this bullshit. Of course, I was given the opportunity, and sure, you weren't necessarily given the opportunity like I was, but
that was because I couldn't stream at the time.
Yeah, true. But at the same time,
because I didn't have Dominic's laptop yet.
I know. Not the point. Not the point. What the point of this? What I'm trying to say is, this opportunity I was given to stream at Bed Boys, it only sped up the inevitable because I already had ambitions to leave. Not because I don't like you guys, because it could be that's further from the truth. I like you guys. I was gonna say I love you guys. That's gay. But no. You know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is, look. There's only so much. There's only so much I could take. There's only so much of Adam not being here. Right, he needs to. If he wants a streaming channel, he's gotta want it, because it seems as though, this is gonna sound mean, but he was the tech guy when I was streaming here, and now he just seems like the non-existent guy. You know, I thought of a horrible joke, but I can't say that on here. But don't worry about that. So what I'm trying to say is, dude. Stream for you, not for anybody else.
Yeah, I think that's actually kind of what I have been doing, really. You've
just been doing it here.
Yeah.
You've been doing it here. On Adam's channel. When you could be doing it on your own.
What the fuck am I
And you have all the resources. You have an Elgato. I don't. You could stream Sonic 06.
Like I said, Dominic's laptop is not that powerful. I don't think it would be able to adequately use the Elgato to its fullest potential.
Well, true, but since you have a job, you can, when you get your gaming PC. Oh,
yeah, that's gonna be a long fucking time, Burgers.
No.
Don't get paid that much. I have to give 110 to my mom every single week.
Oof, that's rough. That's rough, but either way, you'll get to the gaming PC at some point. You're gonna get to it. So when you do, so I guess use this platform while you can. I guess.
Yeah.
If you're not able to, okay. But look, what I'm saying here, just do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I don't know, but and besides, I like to be able to I don't know. I've just been wanting to stream on my own for a while now. Of course, will I not yet. I need to do some more research and some more testing of other things. Because it's just, I wouldn't say it's madness, it's just
access grant.
I just need to do something. Just need to know how to do it. But then again, no one came to listen to my bullshit. Actually, no one came at all.
Gubbles was here for like a total of 2 seconds.
Then he realized I'm talking to you, and fucking left. But don't worry about it. What's this? Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Yeah, but let's not worry about it. So just do what you gotta do. But occasionally, but you see, I don't know. Just have fun. But you're having fun right now because it looks like you're doing what you gotta do. Yeah, but I think what I was saying before with the initiative, yeah, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna make some mock combats to really see, but the thing is, I think it's got a disadvantage going forward because people expect it to be base D&D combat when I'm like, I don't want to go for that. I want to go for something new, something different. And besides, the only difference is that the only difference really, well, is that the turn order is just everyone's acting at once. Because you ever wonder why it's, I don't know, you ever wonder why, yeah, like it's just, I think it'll be fine. But then again, it requires testing. And it seems to work for a lot of other games. And a lot of other groups. I want to see if it'll work for this one, because I've already changed the game a lot. Like, I've already added so many rules and differences that is my game even really a D&D game anymore?
No, it's turning into LARPing actually.
Yeah.
With minis.
LARPing with minis. But you know, is that bad? Sounds pretty good to me.
No, LARPing seems pretty interesting, if a bit fucking stupid at times.
Hey, listen, it's only stupid because we're doing it in real life, and it looks dumb. But then again...
And it makes us look like we have no lives.
Yeah, but then again, we're playing D&D. Did we have lives to begin with?
I can point you towards six well-known voice actors that played D&D on stream.
Oh yeah, and I like those voice actors. Two of them did Dragon Ball voices. If you didn't know, do you know which ones I'm talking about?
No, which ones?
Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey.
Really, they did Dragon Ball. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Laura Bailey does Young Trunks. At least she did at some point. And Matt Mercer does Jiren and Hit.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. Didn't
know that.
Yeah, he's and let me tell you, his performances Hit. Oh, that's top notch. He's really good. He's good. Matt Mercer is really good at what he does.
Oh yes, yes he is.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's one of the best. He's not only one of the best DMs. It's just like he can voice act just about anything you can think of.
He can also sing as well, because the fucking final. He voices one of the characters in Fire Emblem Fates, who sings in the final battle for for one of the DLCs.
Oh yeah, he voice acts Azura's daughter.
Yep,
I mean,
not son. Yeah, Shigure, who sings in the final boss theme. For the Heirs of Fate expansion.
Ooh. Huh.
Yeah, so he's got a pretty decent singing voice.
Yeah, so he knows he knows what he's doing. You see, I don't have that type of voice talent. So that's the thing. There's also an effect in the D&D community. It's like for DMs, the Matt Mercer effect is what they call it. Matt Mercer's like, I don't like this, man. Because it's like everyone's tables are trying to imitate mine. They're trying to imitate me. And I'm like, everyone just be yourselves. Do what you want to do. Don't. And you know that's true. That's true. And that's why I'm taking Dungeons and Dragons off the rails and turning it into something I want it to be. Because the only reason why it's even still Dungeons and Dragons, honestly, at this point, is because I have to deal with Roll20.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because there will most likely be Dungeons and/or Dragons.
Oh, that too, yeah. Dungeons and Dragons. There will be. I mean,
no, it should be Dungeons and/or Dragons, because sometimes there may not be any dragons, or more often than not, there may not actually be any dungeons. And there will only be castles, temples that may have a dungeon, or fucking towns, caves. Now that you think about it, what is constituted as a dungeon these days, anyway?
I don't really want to get into the fucking what a real dungeon would be like, because that's a whole other thing over there. So I'm just gonna say we're just gonna play a nice, rousing game of And. We're just gonna play And. Hey guys, you guys ready for And? Perfect. You guys ready for And? It's like, no, what's And? Well, there may not be dungeons, there may not be dragons. So I could say Dungeons or Dragons, but there could be not be either, so.
Burgos, if we were to do the Elder Scrolls 1, it would just be dungeons, because there are no dragons until you hit the Skyrim era.
Not necessarily true.
Yeah, I know. I mean, look at ESO. They're bringing in dragons, even though they technically shouldn't have existed. They shouldn't have been resurrected yet.
Actually, that's not necessarily true either.
Were there dragons during the times before the... Were there dragons alive in between the end of the Dragon War and the fucking...
Yep.
And Skyrim? Really? And any of the games were just supplementary material?
Oh, in the games. Like, did you know that in the Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard, the dragon Nafali Largus was Tad Reception's loyal soldier?
Really?
Yes, he was his actual soldier. He hired him. It's his. And then on top of that, the lady in Daggerfall, the mother of Lysandus, she owns it. She has a pet dragon. Not only a pet, but more of like a dragon that she is stronger than. It makes him do her will. And then in Battlespire, there's a dead dragon in there. It looks like.
Well, of course, two of the examples are the games no one cares about anymore.
Yeah, but that's
even though they built up a majority of the lore.
Yeah, but
Battlespire.
But however, they're in there. And on top of that, there's many dragons we can also track. We can also track down. And there's probably it's not unreasonable to think that some dragons have been hiding and come out every night and come out rarely if they need to. But the consensus, but what from the for people that don't know anything about the world, like peasants, dragons seemingly have been dead for thousands of years. But if you are knowledgeable of the lore, they're hiding. They're everywhere. Did you know the first dragon you killed in Skyrim was someone who hid for that long, and then he came out and then you fucking just killed him?
Should have been fucking hiding.
He should have just hid for another year. He should have just hid for another year, and it all would have been good.
Yeah, he would have survived or gone against Parthenax and been killed. Unless you're one of those people that decide to kill Mario.
Yeah, but at the same time, Parthenax was a survivor. There's plenty of other places for a dragon to survive. So it's not so yes, to answer your question, dragons can be there. It's just unlikely.
How long do you give Parthenax before other dragons decide to say fuck him and his way of the voice and decide to try to kill him?
How long do I give him? Depends on how strong Parthenax is.
I think he was up there with Alduin.
Then I don't think they're gonna make a move against him.
Well, he wasn't as powerful as Alduin. He did need your help to take him down, but he was pretty powerful. He was one of the most powerful dragons, I believe.
True, but the reason why Alduin kept control is because all the other dragons are terrified of him.
I mean, he was the first. He was Akatosh's firstborn, so I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Well, you see, that I don't know exactly how true what he says is.
Well, I mean, come on, he was supposed to be the destroyer of the world.
He is the destroyer of the world.
I say was supposed to but he decided to say fuck that and decided to do his own thing.
Yeah, like in my modified.
In fact, I think the reasoning behind him being quote unquote killed for now is because of the fact that he decided to go against his fate and try to rule the world instead of destroy it.
Do you want to know what I think happened to him?
Absorbed by Akatosh until he decides to bring him back out?
Nope.
What happened to him?
He's reforming into Therius just like a Daedra would.
So he can't be killed, truly. I mean, I know he can't be killed, truly. I mean, even the Greybeards tell you, yeah, he's not gone, per se. It's his role to destroy all things when the time comes, so... He's not gone. You just delayed an end that would have come much earlier had Alduin kept doing what he was doing.
Yeah, and basically. And on top of that, the only reason why the Aedra can be killed is because they gave their power away.
Exactly.
Tiber Septim never gave any power away because he didn't participate in the creation of the world.
So he is the only Aedra that can't be killed.
Well, he can be killed in a different way. The only reason why in that way is to remove the belief in him, because
which is what the elves are doing effectively.
Yeah, the Thalmor are, but then again, at the same time.
Well, is that a confirmed way of taking him out?
It's a way to take any god out, because of the nature of the dream weave. It's complicated, but basically faith equals power. If in the Elder Scrolls universe,
funny, that's actually how the gods and demons in Shin Megami Tensei work.
Yeah, if you could honestly make the argument that the reason why Vivek still was extremely powerful after his connection from the Heart of Lorkhan was severed is because of that. Because people believe him a god, so therefore he has the power for him.
Get inside.
Even though he technically was disconnected and his power was waning, he still has some of it because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So because that's the thing. That's the thing about the Elder Scrolls universe. Faith equals power, and the Thalmor, they're the ones that are making all the right decisions in this war. Of course, not the right ideology wise, because if they wanted to really flex their stuff over humans, perhaps they shouldn't have given up the moral high ground like they did. Now it makes the humans justified in any action they do against them. They had the high ground, but they lost it.
Yeah, elves, you were supposed to bring balance to Nern, not destroy it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, Thalmor. See, the thing is, in the Elder Scrolls universe, elves and shit. They're all different. They're all different in the way they do things, and I also like what I did in my own D&D world. I actually took some inspiration from other elves, from other fantasies, and kind of made it my own in a way. It has a lot. It seems very similar to Elder Scrolls because I think
Are the elves in your world have the access to the corpse-eating abilities as the elves in the Divinity Original Sin?
Not necessarily corpse-eating ability. There's no abilities tied to it, but the wood elves, some wood elves, they will eat corpses.
Oh, okay. So the
there's no real ability for it. But
no, what I meant was, the like when they eat like a body part, they gain some of their memories and or may gain an ability from it.
They don't do that.
Oh,
they don't do that, but there's other ways.
Sad.
There's other ways. I mean, like, I don't want to copy stuff too much. Like, what I did with my wood elves, because I've noticed in Dungeons and Dragons with the wood elves, they seem to be, even though they live in the forest and are doing their things, they seem to be kind of like, we're wood elves, we're the shit. And I'm like, no. My wood elves are like, dude, who gives a shit? Bro, dude, relax. We're just embracing nature. Dude, that orc over there wanted to join us and hit some green. Look at him. He's all green. So
they're stoners. You're making them stoners.
The druids are stoners. Don't you think about it? Think about it. It works, doesn't it? The druids is...
That's something I would expect from something like fucking Shadowrun.
But think about it. Why? Because you see, my elves are different. Oh, I should also tell you, my elves are different. My elves aren't tied to like the elven gods of D&D. I'm doing something completely different with them. Well, I wouldn't say. Well, it's different. And what I mean different is they come from a different world entirely. Actually, you beaten The Witcher 3. I'll be honest with you. I took some inspiration from there. They come
I
from
haven't
a
beaten
different
Witcher
world.
3. I'm still going through the game right now.
Oh, you
But
have?
Burgos, look at the screen.
What am I looking at here? What is that? Oh
That is
my
a
God.
giant fucking robot.
What the? You gotta fight that!
Oh, I fought one before. I had access to an EMP. Actually, I do have an EMP grenade on me. I can take it out in one shot.
Oh.
There are ways to take these things down without much problem. It is possible.
But it's loud.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, of course.
The other way was my explosive revolver.
Oof.
And then there was a time where I took one out with a shotgun while hiding in a vent, and it couldn't get to me. I cheesed the fuck out of it.
Oh my God. That's the kind of shit that I wanted to see you guys do in D&D. Just like fucking cheese my game. Cheese my game. Do whatever tactic you can, as long as it seems like it's within the realm of possibility. If it's spell related, if there's a loophole, go for it. Like, did you know that monks can use stunning strike as many times as they want, with no limit?
Yeah.
That's busted.
And it's just an ability that they don't lose any key points over.
That's busted, dude. But it's like but you know what? Use it if you got it. If you've got it, use it until the DM nerfs it. Of course, I don't think monks are overpowered. Monks kind of they don't get level 9 spells. So, I mean, but what was I saying again? Yeah, like do you know how elves work in The Witcher 3? In The Witcher 3.
Well, in the Witcher series, in general,
not the Soyatel. I said it wrong. I said their name.
The Soyatel. Well, those elves don't exactly have access to magic, unlike the elves that you encounter in Witcher 3 specifically, which pretty much comprise the entirety of the Wild Hunt.
Okay, so you know their thing.
Bits and pieces. I did spoil myself a bit in the in the wiki.
Okay,
but
so,
not. I don't exactly know everything.
So you don't. Okay, so you don't know their deal, do you?
I know about the fucking this blizzard-like effect that's destroying entire worlds, and Siri's the only one that can stop it.
Okay. Do you know
I know
where
about
they come
that.
From? Actually, do you know where they come from?
Not specifically, no.
Okay. Well, they come. Well, as you've guessed, they're not of this world, are they?
No, most likely not.
And you know what? My elves aren't from my world either. Why they left their original world? I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. They don't know. That information is now lost. Who's to say why they're here in my world? All I can tell you is that I've noticed. This is gonna sound kind of mean, but I think elves in normal D&D are self-destructive and too faggy for my liking. So I'm changing it. I like me some elves that aren't like these girly boys that whose assholes have men question their loyalty to Rome.
Wait, hold on, wait a second. Dudes fucked each other in Rome, you know.
Yes, that fucking. I was referencing a fucking chowder meme I saw a long time ago. It was dude, the guy with the Mung, I think his name was. He was saying to Chowder, this Greek boy pussy's got me questioning my loyalty to Rome. I'm just like, listen, all you have to do is just take Chowder, this elf boy pussy is having me question my loyalty to the fucking what's a human settlement? This is crossing cannons, but has me questioning my loyalty to the Imperium of Man.
Well, technically, it wouldn't be elf, it would be Xeno, but yes.
Yeah, it's just like, this Xeno pussy's got me questioning my loyalty. Oh my god.
The moment he said that, the next person would most likely yell heresy, and that guy would probably be killed.
Yes, of course.
Knowing the racism that is the Imperium of Man.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, definitely. But I think I was saying some shit like. But yeah, elves in my world come from a different place. Their origins vary. But you're a wood elf. All you need to know is that wood elves, the majority of their population, kind of live in forests and shit. Of course, not all of them. Most of them, a good amount of them live in forests because they're like, dude, all this crazy mojo, all this magic and all this shit causes a lot of wars and shit, dude. We just want to chill. Dude. They're just like, we don't care about all this. We just want to relax. And it's like, you want to relax with this? Come on. But that's why my funny thing is, I'm making an Elder Scrolls reference. A lot of the orcs are just like, dude. Actually, a lot of races, including orcs, are just like, dude, we're just chilling with the fucking elves. We're just chilling with the wood elves, because the wood elves like, dude, you got that. It's just, they're just like, they just don't care. Wood elves on average don't give. They don't give a shit. Of course, they have to do what they have to do to, like, okay, we're gonna have an economy, we're gonna do that shit, but ultimately we're gonna be very relaxed, very chill with everything. Like, dude. So they're very chill. So you're a member of a very chill race.
Yep.
So that race is quite chill.
Who the fuck said that the Blood Hunters were chill?
Oh. That's just a race and a culture. Your class. That's your class, and the baggage that comes with it surpasses everything I just said.
Yeah.
So you're basically unaffected by that. But of course, if you're a wood elf, people are thinking, chill, bro. Of course, you're very tall for a wood elf. Wood elves are a little on the shorter side. So, but you're just a tall one. You're a tall one, man. I think the biggest they can get is around Bisbee size. That's the biggest they'll ever get. They're usually smaller. But then again, who's to say? But then again, for you could say that since you've been bred as a blood hunter, your size is bigger because of selective breeding. you could say that could be your reason for being so big. On top of
Probably.
He could be over there. Got it.
So your character, your class is fine. Your character is fine. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that thing. Blood hunters and artificers aren't included in the list of the things. So I would say
in Roll20.
No. Well, that yeah, but.
Which is something that they need to change because artificers being brought in from Unearthed Arcana and blood hunters being an official homebrew. By that I mean like a homebrew that's pretty much viewed as official due to the fact that it's in D&D Beyond listed with the other fucking classes.
Yeah, that's why I'm allowing it.
Yeah, so like that's something that that's why like Roll20 needs to fucking change that shit.
But dude, have you heard of what's happening with artificers?
What's going on with artificers?
The shit is going on so well. They're being released in the new Wayfinder to Eberron thing that's coming out in November.
Really?
They're being included there. So that's probably the finalized version of the class. I'll have to tweak it when I see it there. I'll have to tweak it a little bit to make it fit with my world. But
they better not change the fact that like the fucking I need my they better make it to like the turrets that you can make with the forget what it's called. I think it's the gunsmith.
No, not gunsmith.
Yeah, what was it? That kind of forgetting. What was it called? What version of the? Yeah, the artillery. Same difference, but the artillerist version of the artificer. They better make it so like you can make stronger versions of that, because like really at the end of the day the trigger module for rocket launcher. Oh, that's probably an upgrade for a rocket launcher that I don't have. What? Oh, that's a quest weapon! Oh, right! Now I remember. Yeah, there's a specific rocket launcher, a very uber powerful rocket launcher you can get in this DLC, if you get the parts for it. But yeah, yeah, because, like, freaking at the end of the day, the only turret you're ever gonna make is the one that shoots fucking, that shoots force blasts. And that's it. You won't make the flamethrower, and maybe the one that increases AC to allies. Maybe.
Not so sure about that.
What do you mean?
There's some good ones. Of course. Let me look at this.
No, there were only 3 that you could make. The last I checked on D&D Beyond. It was only those 3. The flamethrower, the actual turret that actually shoots blasts that does force damage, or the one that gives a bonus AC.
Wait a minute.
From a 10-foot radius, 10 or 20-foot radius.
Okay, saving. What the? They're gonna need to modify. Dude, why would anyone pick the flamethrower?
Yeah.
Why would anyone pick that?
It's terrible.
Okay, in my games, if anyone does that, that's a 2D. That's a 2D8. What the hell, man? What the hell is that?
And also, and if the enemy has to make a Constitution saving throw, or else they're set on fire. I mean, you're hitting them with fire. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's you're right. Yeah.
Realistically speaking here.
Yeah, come on. Like that's the Defender seems nice if you're playing the more tanky role.
Oh yeah, like literally just set it right next to you and then just start blasting out Eldritch Blast. No, make a wand of Eldritch Blast, because you could do that. So like making Eldritch Blast actually more useful. Because what that's supposed to do is what the wand does is like when you put a cantrip into it, it makes it so you can put your what's the what's the modifier necessary for casting for artificer? Is it intelligence?
Intelligence. So.
Alright, so yeah, you use your intelligence modifier to add to the damage. How you would pretty much what you would do for your strength or dexterity modifier for damage for your weapons. So actively turning the cantrip into a more viable attack instead of so you don't just have to rely on the roll.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. It says it has to be what is this? What is this? Does this say an artificer cantrip? It has to be an artificer cantrip.
Yes.
So, but the thing is, Eldritch Blast is not an artificer cantrip. So, besides, don't go with Eldritch Blast. Go with the better one. Go with Toll the Dead. That's the better one.
What does that one do?
That does that if the enemy is damaged already, it does 1d12.
Wait, what was that? I was just hit with something.
Toll the Dead.
Alright, and specifically, what does it do again? I wasn't taking.
It's saving throw, wisdom saving throw, and so you make your wisdom saving throw, and it does. And if you're damaged already, it does. And when you mean damage, you mean like even one hit HP point gone. Oh, that does a fucking hefty 1d12 necrotic damage. And because of the necrotic damage, it can't be healed.
Yep.
Oh, and also, by the way, wizards get it, sorcerers get it, warlocks get it, clerics get it. A lot of people. That's Eldritch Blast that's Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god, game! Where's the ammo for the assault rifle? I don't have a shotgun yet. Everyone's carrying shotguns and pistols.
Eldritch Blast.
New personnel should report to Security Central for
Not real. That sounds mean, but it's just like it's a great spell. It's a great spell. I like it. And what is this banishment? What the hell? Why do I have this?
Oh yeah, if you haven't noticed, I'm actually going through this DLC a lot more recklessly than I did the first time I played it.
You don't give a shit, right?
The first time I played it, I was going through it super stealth. Now, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Wait a second.
This entire playthrough, I've been going super stealth. Here, it's not gonna matter. Because the DLC doesn't matter. The story of what happens here doesn't matter in the grand scheme of the entire story of the game.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Alright, so,
So, I can go through this entire thing and damn the consequences.
Okay. Huh. I didn't think... Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so, I'm just looking at this. Oh, okay, actually, never mind. Told people not as many classes get Toll the Dead. Clerics, warlocks, and wizards get it.
Well, of course, clerics get it because they get access to necromancy spells, which is weird.
Then again, most everything does. Then again, necromancy isn't inherently bad. It's just the control of life and death.
Yeah.
Even though when you think about it, shouldn't all healing spells be necromancy?
Well, more so in terms of actually resurrecting the dead, or manipulating one's soul.
If it is controlling of life and death, isn't healing people a matter of life and death? I don't know.
Not really. Is a band-aid a matter of life and death?
I mean, it depends.
Is curing illness a matter of life and death? I mean, well, actually, I think when you think
actually,
about
yes. You guys want to get checked for rock grubs, or would you rather have me cast Lesser Restoration?
I'm sorry, but you have contracted rock joint.
Oh no! At least it's
the one disease in Elder Scrolls that you always get for one stupid reason or another.
At least it's not like Daggerfall diseases.
I said that's far enough. I can explain everything if you just stay where you are.
No fast travel in Daggerfall sounds like hell. But
why don't you put the gun down?
Oh yeah, but
talk.
You think I'm
there's a lot of great cantrips out there that I like. A booming blade is so mean.
Did you enjoy murdering so many men on your way here?
Do you know what that one does?
It wasn't my choice. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to get us both killed before this is over. But if we'd left you in that brig, who'd be around to save your Dr. Reed?
What do you know about Megan?
I know the name set off way too many bells and whistles when I added it to Burke's profile search on you. But it helped me to figure out who you are and why you stowed away on the ship. You think Belltower kidnapped her, don't you?
You want to tell me you didn't?
I wish I could. But after what I've seen this past year, all I know for certain is she's not on the base. Not anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not what you're thinking. Listen, Rifleman Bank Station supports all Belltower operations in this region, Jensen. Regular contract and special op. 6 months ago, I received orders to pull every regular grade soldier and civilian contractor away from the airstrip. 2 Black Hawk helicopters set down minutes later. I thought it had to do with Australia, especially when I saw covered stretchers coming out.
How many?
5. Guarded by a heavily augmented special ops team. Burke went out to meet the leader and the whole group disappeared inside the detention camp. There's some kind of black project going on in there, Jensen. Something involving prisoners and scientists. And I need you to find out what it is.
Okay, the scientists. Tell me more about these scientists.
Tell me more about these scientists.
Technically, I'm in charge of operations here, so I keep tabs on people coming in and out. Burke keeps meeting with
By
doctors
default.
and researchers, telling me it's part of his interrogation technique.
You got any names?
None that I trust, unless the Doe family suddenly expanded into Australia and Asia. Thing is, I don't always see how they leave.
Yet you're sure that Megan did.
The Blackhawks did. Without the stretchers, but loaded with 5 stasis pods this time.
I'm gonna need more information than that. Tell me about this Black Project.
I wish I could, but it's been classified. So classified every BT suit I've talked to refuses to even acknowledge its existence.
But you've seen something.
Only the edges. This station is part base, part military stockade, and every week a new shipment of belligerents arrives. Only, Interpol says they're not on anyone's terrorist watch list. Most are just civs. Harmless civs. Burke takes them into a restricted wing of the detention camp, and they just disappear.
Why me, Keitner? That is your name, isn't it? The one Burke used back on the ship?
Natanya Keitner, yes. And it has to be you, because any movements I make are noted and logged. I can't risk blowing cover.
Cover? Who are you working for?
A few months ago, an Interpol agent approached me. They've had Bell Tower on their radar for some time, but they've never been able to prove anything. The things that agent pointed out about this base, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So you see, Jensen, I really am playing the good cop and the bad cop.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Hold still for a second.
What the?
Relax. I'm just compiling your biometric signature. Retinal scan, pulmonary and vascular imaging, the works. Once I upload it to the network and give Corporal Alan Tyler a security rating, you'll be able to pass through specific checkpoints in this sector.
Only this sector, why not others?
Because I've seen how bloodthirsty you like to be. I can get you into the detention camp, but the interrogation wing is going to be a problem. Only Burke can give clearances for that.
And I assume you don't want me to go ask for one.
Still the comedian. There's a security mainframe inside the detention camp's central command tower. You'll need to upload this copy of your biometrics there by hand. Contact me using your infolink once you do. Any more questions?
Guards in the prison complex, are they Burke's men or yours?
The guards in the prison complex. Are they Burke's men or yours?
Definitely Burke's. Highly trained, special operatives. So if you start a firefight in there, don't expect to live long.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like a little clarification here about you and Burke. I take it he outranks you.
Technically, yes. But this station is only part military stockade. And while he and his unit have 100% control over the detention camp, I have authority over the base.
So I don't need to worry that this is all just some creative attempt at mutiny.
Mutiny? You think I'd risk... Listen close, Jensen. Burke is a sexist, chauvinist pig. And yes, he outranks me. He's also been in Bell Tower a lot longer than me, so he's got more connections. Which he's used to undermine me at every turn. But that is not why you and I are standing here right now. People are getting hurt.
Exposure could destroy Bell Tower.
Bell Tower used to have honor. We do this right, it might again someday.
I could use some more hardware. Any chance...
You're still a fugitive, Jensen. I suggest you keep a very low profile. Still, there is someone who might be able to supply it.
I know the type. Why should I trust him?
Because I do. And because he has no love for...
Alright, so I need to meet with this contact in order to get new gear. Awesome.
That's all I need to know.
Good. I'll just
Okay.
be careful.
Okay. Let's take a look at this.
Alright.
Well, I got everything I needed to. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I was thinking of making some non-combative cantrips scale alongside, scale with level, just like all the other cantrips.
Oh, the question is, how would you be able to do that?
Oh, I found something on here that gives some options for certain spells, like
give me some examples.
say mending skill looks good. The size of okay, so you know how mending works, right?
Pretty much can repair that hasn't been repair an object that hasn't been completely obliterated.
Yeah.
Well, specifically non-magical objects. Magical objects can be repaired, however, their magical effects will still be gone if they were destroyed by some strange fuck-all means. Because most magical items are nearly indestructible. Nearly.
Yeah.
They can still be destroyed via lava. fucking Mount Doom.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how they did like that. But
Or acid.
yeah,
That's everyone loves acid.
yeah. So here's the thing. So for mending, the size of the break or tear increases to 5 feet at level 5, 10 feet at level 11, and then 20 feet at level 17. So I don't think it's that big of a deal because.
So pretty much like before level 5, you can just fix small things. At level 5, you can literally fix 5 feet of an object, or the ground, or a wall.
Yeah.
Actually, when you think about it, that sounds pretty interesting. 20 feet, 10, and then the 10 or 20 feet fixing a fucking bridge, a small bridge.
Yeah, and then it's just like I think little things like that make the cantrip more scale alongside because there's already scaling cantrips that are just for damage.
And that's mainly because of the fact that, you know, mages need a way to attack without access to... I mean, have you played 3.5 and under D&D where where cantrips do not exist? Again, play Baldur's Gate. You'll have fun as a caster.
How fucked up is it that as a caster you need to rely on bows and arrows?
Or slings.
Yeah, oh yeah. True. Alright. So hold up.
That's why I don't really like spellcasters much. Spellcasters in Baldur's Gate can be pretty powerful. I mean, like, I had this one encounter where I encountered 5 spellcasters and they all cast Fireball at the same fucking time. Wiped my entire party. It was a stupid fucking encounter and I hated it. I managed to get through it after a while, but still, it was bullshit.
Are you Quinn?
But yeah, it can be honestly,
What are
like,
you talking about?
stupid how to actually get cantrips.
Yeah, and then other spells like Prestidigitation. You know that spell everyone loves? I love that spell. We all love that spell. Basically, you know, at level 5 you can create you create additional effects when you can make up to 2 effects when you reach level 5.
Relax.
3 when you reach level 11 and 4 when you reach level 17. And the number of non-instantaneous effects can be active increases to 4 at level 5, 5 at level.
I'm grateful, but can we get on with
11 and 6 at level.
I understand you run a nice
level.
little sideline in procurement.
Not 11th, the fuck? 17th. Basically, the spell just gradually just gets a little better. Just to show off that, this shit gets stronger. Just little things like that, I don't feel like that hurts. Now, the ones that might be a little crazy, Spare the Dying, even though this isn't, I don't think this is that crazy, but at, protective powers increase, okay, wait.
What does Spare the Dying do specifically?
It stabilizes somebody, so...
Okay, so they don't just... So it's pretty much the caster's equivalent to a fucking medical kit?
Yeah, except that you don't have to roll for it, it just happens.
Oh, okay. Or, you know, giving them a fucking potion?
You have a potion?
I'd probably be able to make some.
Yeah, well, look.
I mean, blood hunters are fucking proficient in fucking alchemical skills.
True, but at the same time, Spare the Dying is just so they don't die.
Buy some.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm seeing here at 5th level, the target also gains temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier, which lasts until the creature regains at least 1 hit point. And then these temporary hit points get higher. So basically, the spell kind of makes it to where the enemies can't just go down and stab you and kill you. They can, but it's just that it takes longer. Because, you know, as a DM, I technically could, when you go down, just have an enemy attack you while you're down and then kill you, just like how players do to enemies. So I mean, I could do that. This spell kind of helps a little bit. It also.
Is it ranged or does it have to be touch?
You have to walk up to the thing. You have to walk up. It's not ranged. It's right in front of you. So it's not a healing word.
Yeah, that's why most people carry a healing word instead of Spare the Dying.
Well, actually, Spare the Dying people carry that too, because sometimes it's like I'm out of spell slots. Shit, I need to get this guy out of here. Spare the Dying so he doesn't die. Put him on my back and run. So that's why Spare the Dying. Spare the Dying is quite useful. It's a useful spell. It's a useful spell. I like having it. And another one that could be useful, not could be useful, but is kind of useful. Oh, this is a mean one. Guidance. Guidance. Do you know how that one works?
What does that do?
No. Okay. Oh, you're not aware. Oh shit. Well, you're about to find out. Guidance.
Next time, the people will learn about it next time because it's literally 1 minute till 10. But I'm just gonna end it right now. So as always, I'm Coldbrad, Gorestorm Gaming.
Yeah, I'm
maybe not so much in the future. That's still yet to be determined. And
Yeah.
we'll see you all next time.
All right.
Goodbye,
travelers. All right, bye.